John Cena, who defined a generation for the better. John Cena, who is the hero to millions and to several hundred Make-A-Wish children as well. Guys, shut the fuck up. I don't care. I'm going on a rant. You got to go. You go. I literally, I've been waiting for this. I bought the whole thing. I'm not even, I got the armbands here too, but I didn't wear them.
You got to buy the new shirt. He's got a new blue shirt.
I know. I bought this literally at MSG, and I'm like, of course, there's already a new one. John Cena coming out, entrance, getting a huge reaction from the LA crowd. He gets on the mic and says, everybody talks about it, but you can't understand it until you're in the middle of it. He says LA shows up and notes that this is the first time Raw has actually been broadcast simultaneously throughout the world. We get thank you, Cena chants, and he acknowledges them before continuing. He talks about he says he's learned that we're a very smart crowd and the audience is even larger. And now the electricity is felt all around the world. He thanks Netflix for allowing the world to finally see the experience of Monday Night Raw. He talks about this being his last time in this ring in full jorts and talks about his history, talking about UPW, talking about working at Venice Gold's Gym, coming up as the prototype, winning his first title here, and for one last time in the city where dreams are made, he humbly stands before us to say thank you. He says it's about making moments, and there's lots of noise in here and lots of noise outside. Experts guessing who he's going to fight at WrestleMania and who will be his last match in December. He mentions names like Drew McIntyre, CM Punk, Logan Paul, Gunther, Cody Rhodes, and when will he win his 17th World Championship? He says he's got to be honest. He doesn't see that title happening, and it's okay. He says it's okay because of the streak. And the streak he's talking about isn't Gunther's Intercontinental title reign. He's not talking about Undertaker's undefeated streak. He's talking about the 2,446 days since he's won a match. He says he's at peace with it, though, and that's why he's doing this. He says his time is up and their time is now. Don't get him wrong, though. We're here to have some fun. It's going to be a great year. But as far as that 17th World Championship goes, it's never going to happen. But hold on. He did forget that this is WWE and never say never. So he talks about opportunities he might have. Maybe winning the Money in the Bank. Maybe Elimination Chamber. Or he says, hell, the Royal Rumble. He does some math in the air and he says maybe he can win the Royal Rumble. He says it's a long shot and you can't win the lottery if you don't play, and you should be in the Royal Rumble. It's his last one, and the best way to say thank you is to win it and make history at WrestleMania. It sounds impossible, but if you know anything about him, nothing is impossible, and the only time we say never around here is when we say never give up. He's not just going to the Royal Rumble, he's going to win the Royal Rumble, and John Cena leaves the crowd buzzing. I'm going to go to Matt on this one. Matt, just because I know Danny's going to have a lot to say. Matt, what did you think of this? Are you excited for the farewell tour to start? Who are you? What did you think of all of this?
I thought it was a good speech, probably the best speech of the night. I enjoyed it. It was very kind of hitchy and John Cena-y and kind of cheesy, but that's his shtick and it works. And it's good to see it one last time. And I like the never and then never give up line that he did. Again, I would have just had him have some heel come out, interrupt him, do the classic thing, have them spar, and either he gets roped into his first match of 2025 on the first episode of Netflix. Who wouldn't want to see that? Or he just they do a little tussle and he hits the attitude adjustment on him, and you get a little segment. It's and you give that to somebody. Hey, you're working with John Cena tonight on the first episode of Raw on the Netflix era. This is big. And they just didn't do it. And it's come on.
I agree with you. This would have been a good Carmelo Hayes spot. I don't know if Danny would
Perfect.
agree, but just throw him in to take the pin, get the loss, and everything. Just to note, those because Rev brought it up in the comments: 2,446 days of James being in mental anguish. Yes, but that is 2,446 days since John's last singles win. John has had some tag team wins.
Becky Lynch, Kevin Owens.
Yep, he teamed with Becky Lynch. He teamed with Kevin Owens. He teamed with Miz and R-Truth the night after Mania. So John has had some tag wins, just no big singles wins. Anything else? What we'll get into, I guess, like the Rumble and Mania of it all. But what did you think of this promo? You liked it, or you think it could have been better and more?
Me or I liked it. Again, I just wanted the heel interruption with either a match or a beatdown.
Gotcha.
We didn't have a lot of action tonight, and this was speech number 3. We needed something.
I hear you. Danny, I know you're muted right now, so I don't know if you're ready, but what did you think of this segment and John's promo?
We can't see him or hear him.
I thought it sucked.
There you go.
He said, okay. And went back to being muted. So.
Yep, man of few words, powerful words. I stand by what I said earlier in the night. John Cena should lose the Royal Rumble. John Cena should lose at the Elimination Chamber, and John Cena should lose at WrestleMania, and then John Cena should Gunther or Cody. I'm fine with him losing against either. You know what? If he does want to win the Rumble, if he does want to win the Elimination Chamber and get his way into Mania, but then loses at Mania, that's fine by me. I could accept that. But he should lose to Cody. He should lose to Gunther. I'm not a proponent of him being squashed by Gunther, but I am fine with Gunther beating him. I want 17 to happen in a locale that I could actually watch it happen. And I could actually attend. So SummerSlam would be fantastic.
Okay, so like no, I do want to squash. I want him to be chopped 14 times like Gunther and then lose.
A Brock match, okay.
Look, it was one of the best matches of his career. I think, that's the emotional high you want to hit. But
I'm gonna strongly disagree, but that's fair.
I'm gonna say I actually didn't mind this. I thought it was okay. I agree with Matt that I wish someone came out and he could just beat them up real quick and hit a move. Because I agree, there's so many talking segments that led to nothing and were hollow and meaningless. So like, if any of those talking segments had one of the legends hit a move, it would have sat better with me and I think a lot of people. Like, where it's like, cool, like I get it, like WWE's in a very like the wrestling doesn't matter thing. But even in segments usually end in a brawl or a move being hit. And it's like, it used to be a thing we complained about where like, oh, the legends come back and then they beat up someone on the card and then like they're burying them. And like, now I'm at a point where like, I'll take that at this point. Like, instead of just hollow, meaningless words. I'm like, it was nice to see Cena. I like to make fun of James a lot, rightfully so. But hey, I liked Cena too in 2006 and 7. So like, I can't, like when he was feuding with Edge pretty much. And then like no time after that. But, or I guess in the DX triple threat, I was rooting for Cena in that match because I didn't want DX held in the title. But, like that, like I am going to appreciate this Cena run in my own way. And the key word though is appreciate. But like, I would have just liked anything, someone interrupting him, even if it's not going to be the first person he feuds with. I feel like Drew came out and was like, I'll see you down the road, or like, our paths are going to cross and this is what's going to happen. And anything of substance. The show was missing substance. It was all fluff, but nothing to like really like sink your teeth into, and that was my biggest gripe. Like, it was a spectacle, but it was hollow. It's like going on some of the rides at like Disney World or shit where it's like it's visually beautiful, but like the ride itself is nothing. Like you're not doing anything. Like just I want both. I want the spectacle, but I still want the action or the thrill. Like, like is that so wrong?
You need the wrestling, and that's what tonight didn't have. Like even something stupid, goofy like like the 24/7 championship where you see people running in the back towards other people. It's like, okay, something's going on here. It's like Looney Tunes. Like something is happening, not just people talking and patting themselves on the back and also being like, look who's here. Like they could have even had Dakota Kai and Lyra Valkyria like go nose to nose. Like I know they're both good guys, so you're not gonna have one of them just like sucker punch the other. But like they could have like done something. Like they could have like stood up and like both looked at each other from like across a few people. We're like, yeah, well, I'll see you next week. And yeah, well, I slept with your wife. What?